What is up, everyone? Welcome to Reality Room Podcast with Chris, giving you the latest on the Ultimatum episodes 4 through 6. So we're going to be going over episodes 4 of 6 of the Ultimatum. I gotta say that I am shocked with this show, because this show, the fact that two couples got engaged like in the third episode is crazy. And we're gonna get into that, but yeah, if you haven't yet, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. We make videos every week, and I do Reality Room news every Sunday. So yeah, so we're gonna go over the Ultimatum episodes 4 through 6. Episode 4, whoops, is called Girls and Guys Night Out. Episode 5 is Pushing Boundaries, and episode 6 is The Changeover. So let's dive right into episodes 4 to 6. Okay, so episode 4 starts off, it's the first week. Jake and Rae have a really good vibe with each other. Rae wants to not be jealous because Zay has been getting a lot of attention from girls. I guess that girls that he works with at his job, whatever. They're talking about how he's got like a large following, and Jake also talks about how April has a large following as well. And so they have that in common with their previous relationship. And then they make out. They make out, guys. It's crazy, right? So yeah, I thought that was insane. It hasn't even been a week, and well, maybe it has been a week, but it's the fact that they're just making it out already is kind of insane. Then we get a little with Randall and Madeline, and Madeline introduces Randall to her friends. And Madeline's friends, let me tell you, they might be friends that I would consider hanging out with. They seem like pretty fun, people or whatever. And Rae and Jake meet Ray's parents. Ray's parents, they seem really nice. They really do want what's best for her, and that could be a lot of things. So even Madeline's friends were saying that Randall would probably be the better choice because, Madeline and the other guy, Madeline and Colby, they get into a lot of fights and arguments. A lot of fights and arguments. Okay, so Zay's parents don't reach out, and they go to visit Shanique's parents. So Zay visits Shanique's parents, and they also seem pretty chill. They seem really relaxed about it. It seems like April and Colby are not getting any screen time, like, at all in this episode, when they're just together. And I guess it's because they got the raw end of the stick when they were trying to choose the other people that got engaged, but we'll talk about that later. So Jake's mom approves April more than Rae. So I felt like Jake's mom was actually very sincere and honest, and she really does want what's best for Jake, but I think Jake really does come off sometimes as like an emotional person, trying to figure out what he wants, and he was not the one that initiated the ultimatum. April was the one that initiated the ultimatum, so he's still probably trying to figure stuff out. And then Rae and Jay, make out for the second time. All right, so let's talk about the girls' nights out. The girls and the guys go out, actually. Rae admits to kissing Jake, and I thought this was really awkward, because Jake was with April before, and Rae was with oh my god, I'm forgetting his Zay. So awkward. Madeline tells Shanique about Randall, because Madeline, Randall, they haven't been fooling around or anything, or for what I know, but Madeline is really drunk right now, and she's saying a lot of things about Shanique. And I actually found that this was Shanique's turning point, because she started acting a lot different after this girls' night out or whatever. And April tells the girls that she can't get pregnant, and she really does want to have kids, and she's trying. And drunk Madeline is like telling April how annoying she is, and April could be annoying, but I feel like April is taking this experience like more serious than like the other girls, because she is the one that initiated the ultimatum, and so did Shanique and Rae, but yeah. So then we see the guys, talking, and Colby and Zay get into a fight. And I don't really know too much of the extent of the fight. The only thing that I know is that it was definitely 100% a misunderstanding, and they talk about that later. And then Randall admits to kissing Madeline, and Colby didn't really seem like that jealous about it, which was kind of weird. But it seems like the guys are a little bit more chilled out about it, because the only person that initiated the ultimatum within the guys was Colby. So let's go into episode 5, Pushing Boundaries. So Jake wants to leave with Rae. So Jay and Rae have been getting extremely close, and they make out for the third time. Zay and Shanique, they get into a fight. Shanique makes a face. She groans a little bit. And then she also gets into a fight with Randall later on, but later, we'll talk about that later. And then Randall and Madeline get into a fight because Madeline is drunk and, whatever. And I kind of feel like all this stuff is taking place just because they went out drinking and stuff like that. And they all live really close. So, I mean, yeah. Zay apologizes to Shanique after they get into their fight or whatever. And then Shanique and Randall talk about Shanique having a hard time listening. And I actually agree. I do believe that Shanique does have a hard time listening. But it was weird because I felt like in the beginning of the episodes in the series that she was a good listener. But that's just me. So it's the final 3 days of the trial marriage, and Rae and Jay talk about traveling together. And at this point, Rae and Jay are clicking really well. They made out 3 times, and Jake's parents really don't approve of Rae. They think that April's a lot better of a choice because she's a little bit more serious than Rae is. But Rae is very sweet. So it's ultimately it's going to be Jake's decision at the end, anyways. April and Colby, like I said before, they really didn't do anything. Everyone makes out with each other at the very end, but honestly, they haven't really done too much. April and Colby, like I said before, they ended up getting the raw end of the stick, and all they did was just go horseback riding, and that was it. And then we see Randall and Madeline make out, and that was really just the end of the episode. So let's go with episode 6, The Changeover. So the host finally comes in, Vanessa Lachey and Nick Lachey, and they, now they have to spend 3 weeks with their original partner before they decide what they want to do. Colby talks about how he needs to learn to listen. April says she became a real woman, whatever the fuck that means. And, Madeline is, really, uncomfortable because April said that. Rae and Jake say that, Rae and Jay... Zay says communication is a problem. Yes, I agree with that. The communication is key. So the second trial marriage begins, and Colby and Madeline are doing great up until the point where Madeline went through Colby's phone talking about an open relationship. And Madeline said that she had no issues with Randall. So here's the thing about the Madeline and Colby dynamic is that Colby was the one who initiated the ultimatum to Madeline, but the thing is, Colby really didn't get the same experience than Madeline did, and I think it was kind of just a miscommunication on Colby's part because, Colby and April really weren't doing anything. They kind of just got the raw end of the stick of things, and honestly, I think that, I can understand why Madeline would be a little jealous about it, but I also think that, Madeline also made out with Randall, so... Yeah. Zay and Rae talk with Ray's mom. Yeah. And then we just got an awkward moment when Madeline was going out with her friends and Colby comes out of nowhere. And honestly, I said this before, I think Madeline's friends are very supportive of her, and Madeline's friends are implicitly biased towards, feeling good about Madeline. And then it was just weird that Colby came out of nowhere, which makes me think that this whole thing was completely planned out. And so, honestly, I think that, Madeline starts crying, and at this point, it doesn't seem like Madeline and Colby are going to be getting together. But like I said before, Colby was the one who originally initiated the ultimatum, so I think that Madeline has, she's crying and stuff like that, but I don't think she would ever leave Colby at this point. And that's about it for this episode. It's a really quick recap. I actually thought the experience where they're meeting their new partners was interesting, and I think that April and Jake got the raw end of not April and Jake. April and Colby got the raw end of the stick because they really, they weren't really wanting to be together. so it's just really awkward. But the rest of them seemed like they were, you know, getting the hang of things. So yeah, that was really it for these 3 episodes. This show is fucking insane, and I definitely think you guys should go watch it on Netflix. If you haven't, it's just, I don't even know how to take this show seriously sometimes. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be doing another recap of the Ultimatum episodes, I believe 7 through 9 tomorrow. Take care, guys.